You'll have to excuse the poor audio quality and not so great lighting right now. I've been trapped in the backrooms for the last week. But yes, the backrooms, such a giant internet horror phenomena that all originated with just one simple post, an image, a text post, and that was it. Boom, whole new genre was born. There have been Backrooms games, there have been Backrooms horror videos, there have been Backrooms AI slop, but you know, we're gonna ignore that one. If I recall correctly, the original Backrooms post happened in 2019, I think? But the Backrooms got really popular when a talented individual by the name of Kane Pixels uploaded this video. The Backrooms found footage. And I feel like most of us remember this video at this point. Kane Pixels wasn't the original like creator of the Backrooms post, as far as I'm aware, that, you know, original post with the image and the text and all that. As far as I'm aware, that wasn't him, but he definitely was a significant and strong catalyst in making the Backrooms as popular as they are today. They might not be relevant in the algorithm right now, but something tells me they will be again very soon. So if we fast forward from 2019 to 2020 or late 2021, somewhere around that territory, it was announced that Kane Pixels was going to be directing and creating an entire theatrical film about the Backrooms. And just when we thought Iron Lung would be the sole guiding light through the horrors of 2026, Kane Pixels came back for Avengers Doomsday. That's right, he did it, folks. 6 days ago, Backrooms, official teaser in high definition. After countless videos of the Backrooms, like how many has he done by now? Like 12? Like more than that, maybe probably like 15 or maybe even 20 by now. It's finally happening. He has released a teaser for his Backrooms movie. Now, I will admit, I've already watched the trailer because couldn't help myself, but it's short, so we'll go through it and watch it together. Let's not delay. Let's have a look, shall we? A24. I think that might be the name of the movie.
Something. Okay.
He found something.
What did you find?
That ain't right.
Place.
That's not right.
It's massive in there. It just goes on and on and on.
Yeah, it does.
All these rooms.
Mm-hmm.
This place built though. Actually, more like it remembers them.
It remembers them.
And the more times it remembers something, the less it does.
Look at that, folks. Let us rewind by a few frames. Only in theaters, May 29th, 2026. That is like, what, 3 months from now? Less? Just when we thought the amazing, indie, amazing, beautiful, just beacon of hope Iron Lung would be the sole North Star guiding us through this year, boom! Here it is, it's coming out. I'm very excited. So it seems like not one stick, but in fact 2 sticks will be shoved up Hollywood's ass, showing them how they're not doing movies right anymore. But before we get to all those rants and side tangents, and you know, all the general yapping you've come to expect, let's actually go through and analyze the trailer a little bit. We only get a couple of lines of dialogue, but they speak about how, you know, this dude found this place, and how it just goes on and on and on and on forever. And it builds things, or the rooms, I guess, based off of memory. And the more it tries to remember, the less it successfully remembers, and the rooms get more and more distorted and empty. And that's pretty interesting, making sort of the Backrooms into an actual alive entity that sort of is like the fault of human memory. Because it's the same thing with us, right? Like the more you try to remember something from a long time ago, the less you can really piece together about it. Like how many of us can recall extremely distinct and vivid and frequent and high, like a high amount of like old childhood memories from when we were like, you know, before you were 10. And sure, some people just have a good memory, but aside from those few specific cases and those outliers, those advanced neuros, we'll call them. Bunch of freaks is what you are. Aside from those cases, you probably can't really remember a significant number of memories and in vivid details from that long ago. The further away the memories get and the more you try and focus on them, the less you can remember, the less details you remember, the less like noises you can remember, because sound memory, that's a pretty big thing, right? Sometimes a noise is just like super like powerful and like significant in a memory that it's one of the only things you retain, but other things like what people's voices sound like that you don't talk to anymore, or what a specific song sounds like that you haven't heard in years and years and years. You might only remember one like line of lyrics and that's about it, but you can't remember the rest of it. It's interesting that Kane is going in with this concept of how the Backrooms is like the failing human memory. And one thing I'm very, very interested to see, because I imagine the movie will be maybe kind of like a found footage thing, kind of, you know, like how some of his videos are found footage, you know, just random people just ending up in the backrooms and then their footage somehow makes it back to reality. I imagine that'll be like part of the style, but I'm very curious to see if like the government intervention that Kane also built up in his version of the Backrooms universe will also be a part of the movie, because it's a big thing, right? Like we go here to the Backrooms playlist, we got like some government dudes in this one, the autopsy report, that was a government one. This is another government one. This government dude there, another government one. The prototype video, that was a huge government one. Like a lot of Kane's Backrooms videos have government intervention involved. Like it's a big part of the universe he's created. So it's probably safe to assume that there will likely be, you know, some kind of Backrooms like government intervention in the film, like as part of the plot. All we know is that one character told another character that they discovered the Backrooms, and they're describing like their experience with it and as far as what they can understand about it. Another thing I'd like to do, just while I'm thinking about it, Kane put some of the actors and actresses in the description of the video. I want to look some of them up. Let's start with this guy, Chitwell Efor. He's a British actor. Okay. This guy? Really? He got this guy? Well, I guess this almost confirms that there's gonna be some kind of government subplot, because this guy is just like born to play like government general people. Yeah, I love this guy. He's great. He was great in Doctor Strange. I really liked him in The Martian. I actually haven't watched 2012, believe it or not. That's right, he was in Venom. I remember that. He was in Venom. He played a government guy in that. That's where I'm remembering him from being a government guy. He was in Lion King, apparently. Didn't know that one. Yeah, this guy's great. I love this actor. He's brilliant. Okay, we got an A-lister. Well, is he an A-lister? I don't know. Next up, we have this lady, Renee Renz? I do not know how to pronounce that. She looks familiar. I feel like I've seen her in something before. Okay, I don't recognize any of these films that she's listed for, but I feel like I've seen her in something before. And our next actor with a name I can actually pronounce, Mark Duplass. That's a good one. What is he known for? Emmy-winning producer, director, actor, screenwriter, author, and mental health advocate. Oh! That's good. I like that. That's good. Advocate for mental health. That's important. Creep and Creep 2. Can't say I've heard of those ones. The Morning Show. Can't say I've heard of that one. But my high school used to have a morning broadcast called The Morning Show. So that's a fun throwback for me. The Lazarus Effect. I think I've heard of this film. Oh look, I found the Backrooms on Google. Let's open that in a new tab. Get a look at it. Yeah, here it is. Backrooms. Go on IMDb. Oh, and here we can see even more of the cast. Okay, anybody else that I recognize just right off the bat? I don't think so. I don't recognize too many of these guys or gals. Yeah, I don't recognize too many. This guy's the only guy I recognize. But still, good on Kane Pixels for going all the way. Because I remember, when was that movie announced? I gotta figure out when the Backrooms movie was announced. 2023, that's when it was announced. 2023, not 2021, 2023. So the movie was announced 3 years ago. Like almost exactly. February just ended. So pretty much exactly 3 years ago. So it's safe to say it's been in production or in the works for like 3.5 years. I can't believe we're getting 2 horror films made by YouTubers this year. I wonder if Markiplier has left a comment in the sections. Yeah, Jacksepticeye left a comment. I saw that one. Investing in Kane Pixels. Yeah, he's who you should invest in right now. I'm not seeing any comments from Mark, though. I bet he'll leave a comment or say something about it soon, because these movies are a big deal. They are very important notes in history that show, hey, you don't have to have a startup career and work your way up to the top and making a film like in the traditional sense, in the traditional industry that Hollywood has curated. You don't have to go down that path to make something big, successful, and good. These movies are a representation that even if you take a different route from the traditional like movie making career, I guess, such as YouTube, you can still make a big, huge production and release it in theaters and have people like it. I have a feeling The Backrooms is going to do just as well as Iron Lung in terms of its notoriety, because the internet, first of all, loves Markiplier, and second of all, it loves The Backrooms. Those are like two of the things the internet really, really likes. So I imagine a lot of the people who like those things, well, we obviously know all of them went and saw Iron Lung, so I imagine they'll probably be coming back for The Backrooms. Also, I gotta say, I'm a big fan of the trailer, both the Backrooms trailer and the Iron Lung trailer. What I really like about the trailers is that they do not reveal a whole lot about the plot. I think that's good. Now, sure, you can make the argument that horror film trailers are bound to be mysterious. You know, that's kind of their whole gimmick. But I feel like movie trailers in general give kind of a lot away about the plot. It's usually like, oh, sort of starts off kind of normal, then the showing all the struggle, and then at the end show like the big bad or like reveal a big secret just right there in the trailer. Like, you should hold all of that until the movie comes out. Simplistic, mysterious, vague trailers leave people wanting more. And it's not like traditional movie trailers don't leave people wanting more, but if you go in kind of knowing somewhat to expect or knowing when a big climactic moment is going to happen, it might kind of ruin the impact of it. So these more simplistic and vague trailers that get you hooked and get you like, oh, what the hell is this gonna be about? It'll get you to go, and then when the big moments happen, you'll feel the impact a whole lot more. So basically, Hollywood, your movies suck, your trailers suck, you suck. Move over, it's time for all the indie filmmakers to take over. But in all seriousness, massive congratulations to Kane Pixels. You have made it all the way, my friend. I cannot wait to see your movie in like the closest theater to me. I'm very, very excited. I hope it releases in a theater close to me. I hope he releases like a map of what theaters it'll be playing in, kind of like how Iron Lung did it. And throughout this video, you might have like noticed or thought that like, oh, kind of comparing this a lot to Iron Lung. I'm not comparing it in the sense of like quality or the plot of the film or whatever. That's not the comparison I'm drawing. I'm just drawing a comparison between the two because they come from very similar roots. Damn near the same root, actually. The Backrooms on its own as a concept, you know, on the internet, the genre The Backrooms, and Iron Lung, the game, both were born from the internet as just little random, hey, I'm gonna just make a little horror game, or hey, I'm just gonna make a little mysterious fucking Reddit post. And they were just born and became these huge phenomena all over the internet. And then two talented individuals loved these concepts so much that they decided to develop them into entire films. That's why I'm drawing comparisons between the two, is because they have very similar origins. And that's good, that's good. Every single mainline, mainstream movie has this exact same origin. Hey, we have this IP, people like it, let's make a bunch of money off it. But The Backrooms and Iron Lung, they were born from passion, genuine, fierce, fiery passion. The money is not what matters to Kane or Markiplier. It is simply making the thing. It is simply bringing their vision and magnum opus to life. That is the victory for them. And people respond to that. Of course, they're gonna go see the movie because they wanna know what the movie is about, but they're also going there to support these incredible individuals. They're going there to support their vision and all of this work that they put into this thing that they wanted to share with the world. That is why Iron Lung was so successful, and that is why The Backrooms, the movie, is bound to be successful as well. But who knows, maybe I'm crazy. What do you think? Let me know what you think about the Backrooms trailer and the fact that it's coming out this year as well down in the comments below. It is genuinely crazy to me that there are two indie horror films made by YouTubers coming out this year. It is still spiraling in my head like, holy crap, this is reality. We might not be on the best timeline, but I wouldn't trade this timeline for anything else. And if you like my commentary and my ramblings and my insights, be sure to hit the like and sub button. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. And if you want to show me a little bit of extra support and help keep this channel running, consider becoming a channel member. Not only do you get access to a whole bunch of exclusive rewards, but you literally help keep a roof over my head and help me continue to make videos for all of you. So I'd really appreciate it if you check those out. But that is gonna do it for now. Thank you all so much for watching. And I gotta find a way out of the back rooms or else this video is never gonna get posted.